Funny. Alright, I have clicked go live. Now I gotta click on public. And hey, we're live. Hello, people who have been waiting for 9 minutes. Zod still isn't here, but so you're gonna have to bear with us for a sec. But yeah. We're doing ECUM today. Another ECUM about Eternals. Are you guys excited to talk about this film?
No.
Me
No.
neither, because of the videos we're gonna cover. Well, I actually haven't watched them, funnily enough, which is like the first time I haven't watched a video we're gonna cover before the stream starts. But I've been told that they're not great, and Jeb has watched one of them and told me it's not great. Oh, hey Zod, you couldn't have arrived a minute earlier. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I literally just started the stream 1 minute ago. Like genuinely, if you had arrived, whatever. So yeah, Zod is here. Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately.
So,
So, die. I don't like your existence.
Who likes
None of us do.
Zod's existence? Should be fair. Okay, so
Your existence has no likes.
your existence has no likes. It took me a while to get that reference, but anyway, yeah. So yeah. So Eternals today. Last time before Spider-Man: No Way Home comes out, and we talk about that incessantly for like 2 months. I don't know. I hope we don't have to talk about that much because I'm not super excited about it, but I know a lot of people are, and the discourse is gonna be interesting, especially because I'm certain we're gonna have the hot take. I guess at least among like normies, this is a hot take that the film sucks. But yeah, it's gonna suck. I am excited. As long as they don't ruin Andrew's Spider-Man, I don't care all that much. Just waiting for some people to get it in so I can mention thoughts short film. But yeah, how you guys doing? We watched Agents of Shield season 5 finale today, and it was fucking amazing. It was Tin's first time watching it. And she enjoys the show a lot, which is good, because if you don't, you're unbased. So yeah.
Also, it feels weird. That's the first time you. It feels weird. That's the first time you call me a she on this on our stream.
It is. So yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. 10 just come out recently. So yeah, refer to her as she, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it before the last stream? Because I may have forgotten to mention that then. But
yeah, it was after the last stream.
Oh, good. So I'm not a bad person. I'm glad. Okay.
Well,
also,
ECUM says trans rights.
ECUM says trans rights. Yes. Hold on a sec. Oh fuck, I'm logged into the wrong account. Give me 1 sec. But Eternals sent a super chat for $5 that I did not read because I was stalking, and I'm trying to open Streamlabs, but it was fucking up when I was using it Friday, so I may not have a way to actually log into it. If I don't, I'm gonna catch your the message later, I guess, because there's not much I can do. But I'm gonna try to get it now. So yeah, Ethan, just bear with me. How's your day, Ecom? My day is doing really good. I watched Agents of Shield by myself, and then I watched Agents of Shield with these fucks, and that's all I did today. So doing pretty good.
Very exciting.
Very exciting, yes. I don't remember my password. That's fun. Ah, fuck. I don't remember my password. Should be this, I think. No. No, that is not my password. Ha. Hey, this is going really well.
His password is password.
I mean, that's why I had to change it. That's why I'm not getting it. It's because, years should be passwords, not anymore. Okay, can anyone tell me why Streamlabs suddenly became retarded, where it logs into your main account on Google, which means I can't choose any of my other Google accounts under the same email, which means I can't actually see any of the donations unless I'm already logged in. Like, that's fucking stupid. I don't understand.
You're not British, so...
I'm indeed not British. Oh, so that's the end of the argument. Okay, yeah, I'm not British, and therefore I do not understand how it works.
I'm reading politics.
Oh, what
Okay.
has happened with politics now, Jim?
Oh, right. This be a nice tangent, guys.
No. What have you
We
done?
just had Boris address the nation about booster jabs and needlessly to try and cover up the Christmas parties and to have no questions put to him because he knows it's about the Christmas parties that he was photoed at a quiz. So for all those that voted Tory, Hills versus Babyface, I'm looking at you. Good job.
Of course you fucking did.
I know.
I mean, has he
I know
confirmed
for
he
fact.
did? I mean,
You-
I'm
you-
certain he did, but you know.
You look at him and you think, you're a Tory.
Yeah.
He
I'm
defended
down
that
for it.
Tory MP. He
Oh, hey,
defend.
I fixed Streamlabs
Why?
because I want to see who sends us money, Jeb. Because I don't want to just ignore every person who fucking sends us money. I think it's, you know, worth looking at it, to say the least.
If you send us money, we promise we will read it out, just not on stream, but privately.
and then we'll make fun of you, yeah. Okay, so this is what the super chat reads. Tin, you are amazing. I was waiting for you to say like thank you or something, but alright. Jeb, I need you to stop being right about everything. And Pimp Daddy M, you need some bitches. Anyway, hope y'all ECUM boys are having a great day. Thank you very much, Ethan, and yes, we're having a good day. Well, I am at least. I don't care about the others.
I'm glad about being right about everything.
I'm glad I wasn't mentioned.
To be fair, you were late. You don't deserve to be mentioned.
Well, yeah.
All right. Hey, we're rolling. We're, you know, been streaming for over a year now, and I still have huge issues because I'm retarded. But we're rolling right now. I'm excited. And so, okay. And so, what was I gonna read? Oh yeah, fucking Dominic sent a message like 5 minutes ago in chat, and I thought it was funny, but I forgot to read it out. Azad is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. That was what I wanted to read. So,
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Like me, I'm not late for reading that message. Absolutely not. I read it exactly when I meant to. Not because I'm fucking overwhelmed to having to set up the stream, because I'm always retarded. So, okay, we have finally arrived at the main topic of the stream. Oh, actually, no. See, I'm retarded. I forgot. I need to mention Thought's Indiegogo campaign. So, Thought Theater, good friend of mine, and fucking YouTuber, content creator. He is making a short film called Trespassers, to which I have I've read the screenplay for. It's really great. Of all the screenplays he sent me, probably my favorite of all the ones he's made, and he is funding it through Indiegogo. And so on the pinned comment, which I usually just leave the Streamlabs link, there's also the link for his Indiegogo campaign, which I also just posted in chat again. And if the mods could hopefully send that link every now and again during the stream, just so people can check that out, that'd be very much appreciated. And so if you can donate any money for that campaign, that'd be very nice, because he is, I think, 60% of the way through to his goal, and if we can get to 100%, he's going to be able to make that film, which would be very nice. So yeah, if you could help us out with that, that'd be very much appreciated. Or even just sharing around the link on Twitter, or fucking, I don't know, Reddit, Discord, anything like that. As long as you can help us out, that'd be very nice. So yeah. And now there were two super chats while I was saying that. Firstly, Ethan said, Jab, I forgot to ask, how did you like all my friends' music tastes last night? Weren't they just amazing?
Um, um, let's just say, uh, yes. If you call little gun name, whatever, the most influential artist of all time, your mum should have aborted you.
Oh my god. I mean, that's fair, but it's still, yeah.
As you can see, we're having very good music taste around here for the past few days.
Oh yeah, I had Queen disrespected,
And the Killer's disrespect.
I'm like, if Freddie Mercury didn't die of AIDS, he would have died due to that tweet.
Before I get to the next super chat, TC's asking in chat, have you seen Baby Driver 10?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
good.
thank God for that.
Yeah, because if you hadn't, that was gonna be the next film we watched because I adore that film. But no, the next film we watch. Well, there's a long list because Tin and Zod have not watched anything, but at least Zod has watched Django Unchained, which Tin hasn't somehow. So yeah, we're gonna get around to that. But yeah, Dominic said, hope in the super chat, hope all you guys are doing good. Make sure Tin watches Django Unchained. Also, congrats, Tin. Proud of you.
Yay.
You can't be proud of Tin until she's watched Django Unchained. I am sorry. It is against the law.
Oh, fuck you.
Jeb, can you
No,
stop
yeah,
spamming
we'll
the
take
link in
that
chat,
right away.
please?
It's not spamming if I said it every minute. My friends
It's
be
minute,
saying,
not seconds.
I'm talking, I will revoke your rights.
I am talking and I'm not listening.
My friends be saying the Beatles is one of the worst bands ever.
Bruh.
Your friends deserve to be bullied for the rest of their life.
Queen greater than Killers. Depends by what metric you use. I like Killers more than Queen, but the Killers are definitely more not the Killers. Queen is definitely more influential, and they've made some of the best songs ever, such as Bohemian Rhapsody. So
Remember when Paragon said hot take Jimi Hendrix is like best guitarist or something?
Oh yeah, that was a
That's
hot take. Yeah. Mhm.
That's like saying hot take, sky, blue.
Hot take. Hans Zimmer is one of the best composers ever. Oh damn.
I was like, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with you, man. Eric Clapton,
The entire
Jimi
purpose of a
Hendrix.
The entire purpose of a hot take is that not many will agree with you.
New question, Tin and Zod. Have you seen Inglorious Bastards?
I have.
Yes, I have.
Oh, wow, that was a pleasant surprise. Okay. Damn.
I've seen it several times and I love it.
Me too. I love it.
I wanted to get that out fast so I don't get badgered with that question again.
Luckily, I'm based and have seen every TV show and movie. Yo, I'm the same, Dominic. I have seen literally everything. Jeb, for the love of God, stop spamming the fucking Indiegogo link. I'm gonna unmod you, dude.
Don paid $200 and he has specifically asked me to keep spamming. I'm doing.
He didn't mention the fucking Indiegogo campaign.
It's in the chat. It says keep spamming, Jeb. So
Spam more. I'll be,
I'll be the prostitute.
sure. I'm.
No, that's my job.
Any of you see Superman or Lois? I saw the first 2 episodes. I liked it. Then I just didn't continue. I don't know why.
I've seen nothing of it.
Me neither. I have been
What was
way too busy.
the question again?
And Superman and Lois, have you seen it?
No, I meant to, but I kind of just. It's not been a very good month.
Based on what I saw, it's definitely better than the other CW shows, either production wise.
Right.
Pretty fucking low bar.
It doesn't seem like a CW show.
Yeah, that's what I saw when like the first episodes came out. It looks nothing like the current scenes of the Flash or Batwoman. Actually, it looks competent. That's all I'll
Yeah,
say.
but,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, from what I've seen, yeah. Also, because you mentioned Flash, and I remember this because we're watching season 8 of The Flash and we're reacting to it. Same thing we did for Doctor Who. So here's the thing with the Doctor Who reactions. Episode 4, supposed to be out ages ago. I have not had time to edit it. I should hopefully edit it this week, have it out by Friday. That's what I'm aiming for. Episode 5, the file is very corrupted, so I think I'm just gonna put episode 5, what I can salvage, into the episode 4 reaction at the end to just have our thoughts on it. But I did mention episode 5 in the episode 6 reaction, which the file's fine, where we talk about how shitty it is. So even though you're not gonna get like our in-depth reactions for episode 5, you still know how badly we hate it. Plus, Jeb did rant about it before our last stream. Well, in the beginning of our last stream. So I think we should be fine in terms of people knowing our take on it. So I'm very sorry that the episode 5 file fucked up, but you know, not much I can do about it. So yeah. Okay, y'all. At least none of you think Christian rap is the epitome of all music. You know, I'm not really one for rap or for Christianity, so you know, I don't think I would have that take ever.
If you like Christian rap, not even God's gonna save you.
There's only one good Christian rap song, and we all know what it is.
I agree. It's the Christian rap that Abed makes in season 2 of Community.
No, it's
That
Jesus is my nigga.
Oh, that is the
It's
second
kinda
best.
keeps
Yeah.
it bigger.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But
I'm
yeah,
only quoting a song, it's legal.
it is legal. Yes, it's not against the law to quote a
Yes.
song. So okay, are you guys ready to watch some amazing videos about Eternals? I have sent the Watch Together link for that.
Wait. Yes, I need to click.
You do need to click on the the link. I was reading what fucking Shandy said in the other chat, so it's Shandy's fault for fucking up. The Dean from Community, Queen, better than Queen. Oh yeah, the Dean's rap in season 5, yeah, that is better music than Queen will ever make. That is a fact. Well, obviously they won't make any more music that Queen has ever made. There is one person who is not in the fucking Watch
Who do you
Together.
think it is?
I think, you see, because I don't think Tin would call herself tranny, but you know. Oh, okay, no,
but-
yeah, Jab's name is, yeah, that's fair.
Tid did do that, oh my god.
Yeah, Tin did do that, which yeah, you know, more power to you, Tin. Jesus Christ.
You thought that was me.
I did.
I did a Jeb moment. Lost.
Oh no. Alright, so this first video is from our good old friend YMS Adam from Your Movie Sucks. So I'm excited to hear what he has to say, because I'm certain he's gonna have a fair take on a superhero film, because it's definitely not biased against them. I forgot to click on transition. There we are. So yeah, exciting. Also, yeah, Jeb, stop breathing down your mic, please.
Yeah, not do it. He just does it more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Joe Stamp moment.
Any
That's a
plans
fucking
to?
deep cut reference.
Yeah, for real. Any plans to watch Arcane? I want to watch it, but I want to watch Squid Game first. So whenever I have time, I will watch Arcane, probably by like next year. So yeah.
I will watch it because it has Haley Steinfeld in it.
See,
That is all.
that is based, honestly.
Will I watch it? No.
Okay.
Okay.
You're a blood Taran.
Yeah.
So shut up.
Jeb only watches Doctor Who, as we all know.
Of course.
He only watches Doctor Who and Agent Shield.
Well, I'm the only one watching Hawkeye, I think. Here.
So am I.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
was gonna
tweeting
say
about
Zod has been
Oh.
tweeting about it. Yeah. I haven't watched it yet. I will, but yeah, Zod did tweet about it.
Well, I've made plenty of tweets about it. So to be fair, it's all mostly horny posts. So yeah.
Yeah, I see. Every post of yours is simping for Haley Steinfeld, which is honestly a much better way to enjoy Hawkeye than anyone else's.
Exactly.
Marcus, thoughts on Rambo First Blood? I have not watched it. I have not watched any of the Rambo films actually. So yeah, you live with that. I'm
been years since I first saw it, so I wouldn't know.
yeah, I got a lot of these old action films that I gotta watch. For example, I watched Predator for the first time like last year. So yeah. So anyway, YMS.
So I just saw
that's loud.
Eternals, and it was
Mm.
very stupid. The critical reviews for this one were particularly low, so I was intrigued and decided I would watch it. There were lots of characters in this movie. It was like they brought the Avengers together, except this time they didn't have other movies exploring their characters beforehand, and despite the 2.5-hour runtime,
To start our first point, to be honest, it's weird that they go it's like the Avengers, because if anything, it's more like the Guardians and how
yeah.
it tries to
Yeah.
do interwoven relationships and introduce all these new characters.
Yeah, I would say it's way more comparable to Guardians. Though it has more characters, but it still has more characters than the Avengers anyway, so yeah.
It's also like I don't know if this is intentional, I think it is, but it's kind of already making it sound out to be bad by describing it like this.
Can you repeat that? Because I did not understand what you said.
So like, I don't know if he's intentionally doing this, but it's making it sound quite bad by going, oh, it's doing the Avengers, but rather just chucking all these characters in without introducing them.
Right, yeah. It seems already like trying to lay down the groundwork for like having people agree with him already.
Great.
Reconnection successful. That's good. So we dropped for like a few seconds. I have no idea why. OBS just disconnected for some reason, so that's fun. But we're back now. So yeah, what Jeb said is that he's talking about Eternals as if already trying to like create this negative view in the viewer's head about like the film by saying, oh, it's trying to do this, but it's not doing as well as Avengers, you know. So yeah. So let us continue.
they didn't really develop the characters much in this film either.
Bruh. I can't.
No.
I don't
I
understand how you
disagree.
could possibly say that. I disagree. Yeah, that's to say the least. I disagree as well. I mean, I'm gonna wait until he tries to bring up, I guess references for that, because I could go on and on about, especially like Cersei, and I guess Icarus would be the one that's got the most development. So yeah, let's see what he says.
During the end fight scene, I was still having moments of like, oh, which one of you can fly again? What are you?
Okay, so that's a you problem. If you can't keep up with what if you can't keep up with what characters have which powers, that's a you problem. I'm sorry. I got it fairly quickly, even though I didn't remember all of their names. During my first watch, I didn't. I was never like, oh, which power does this character have? Like the power was always in the back of my mind. Like, yeah, this character has X power and this one has Y power. So like, yeah, it's a you problem. I'm sorry, this isn't an issue with the film. Well, they clearly established their powers. They did. The opening scene of the film literally establishes all of their powers. Yes. So if you pay like mild amount of attention to that scene, you already know. So you know.
Your powers? I don't remember. It was much less of a personal journey than other Marvel films. It felt a lot more detached and unimportant. Instead of properly developing characters.
Wait. Okay, I agree that it's detached from the rest of the MCU, but how is it unimportant when the entire world could be destroyed? Unless he meets you like the overarching MCU narrative, but a lot of films are in the MCU like that. Like the Guardians films, they have nothing to do with the rest of the universe. I'd say more so one than two. Well, one did have Thanos, but the stakes for one are way more detached from the overarching narrative, whereas with two, at least, Ego was trying to take over the entire universe, which did mean that it would be relevant for the rest of the universe, I guess.
Also, if he does mean detach from the narrative, we don't actually know the narrative yet. I mean, based on the post-credit scenes, this film seems to be connected in been establishing another area of the universe. Let's go play into later.
Yeah, which is fine. Just because it's set in the same universe, I don't understand. I don't understand why it can't just like not have that big of a connection, I guess. I don't know. Seems weird. Imagine watching a movie with a character named Icarus and asking which one can fly. You know, that's a good point, Shandy. By the way, I love the shot of Thena jumping. By the way, it's just like, it's so perfect. I love that fight with Thena and Crow. It's really cool.
They spent most of the movie babbling on about how the Eternals had been on Earth for a long time, but they didn't stop 9/11 because they're not allowed. Like,
yeah, they are not allowed.
Yeah. Unless 9/11 was caused by deviants, then yeah, they couldn't get involved.
Oh, God damn it.
Why is this happening? No data. Why is... Okay. Okay, we're back now. That's fun. I'm glad OBS keeps disconnecting. I'm very happy right now. But yeah, what YMS said about, like, they didn't stop 9/11 because they couldn't interfere, like, because they weren't allowed to, but, like we were saying, it's impossible for them to stop 9/11, because the point is, usually when you have, like, a character that can travel back in time, and they don't stop 9/11, it's like, oh, damn, why didn't you do that? Or Cap in Endgame, it's like, damn, you knew 9/11 would happen, why didn't you do anything? Which he probably did, since it's an alternate timeline, so, you know, he might have done. It doesn't, you know, we don't know, so people saying that he didn't stop 9/11 is pretty disingenuous. Anyway, the Eternals didn't know what was happening with 9/11. Like, that, what happened was a shock to genuinely everyone while it was happening. When the fucking first tower was hit, nobody was understanding why it happened or how it happened, because it was all so fast. So, like, that's weird.
Yeah, like most disasters, like, they happen out of nowhere. Like, no one can know if they're gonna happen. Like,
yeah, like if he had mentioned, I guess, the events of Avengers 2012 or Thanos, that would have made more sense. But 9/11 is like, they genuinely could not possibly have stopped 9/11.
Unless one of them is like clairvoyant or something, then like, well, then how can they do it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking stupid.
It is a stupid fucking point.
seriously, there was so much of the film dedicated to this clunky exposition that made less and less sense the more they explained it.
Okay, that's just not true on both accounts. That, firstly, because it does make sense from an evolutionary perspective to let these human events transpire so that humans evolve, and thus population increases in intelligence and in how long they can live, so that population can increase, so that the Celestial can be born from the Earth's core, I guess. And also, I don't remember them mentioning it all that much. They have that scene at the beginning where Kit Harington asks Cersei. And then I guess every other scene is not really exposition. It's characters trying to deal with the fact that they can't interfere, but wanting to interfere because they see how conflicts and shit like that are not, you know, good. And so you have Druig saying, like, I have the power to stop all this conflict, but I'm told not to after so many years. You know what that does to a person? So it's like, it's character motivated to say that by that point, considering they're like in the middle of a fucking raid in the Aztec pyramids. So yeah, this is strange.
Spoilers for a movie you shouldn't care about getting spoiled for anyway. Once upon a time, there's a big boy in space, and he saw planet Earth, and he's like, that one looks cool, but the things on the planet aren't smart enough, and the dinosaurs are taking up too much space.
Well, this is just... Okay. That's definitely a way to look at it. It wasn't that some random celestial was like, oh yeah, Earth looks cool. It's like there are certain planets that are created with the sole purpose of breeding new celestials, which then can create more planets and, well, can create more solar systems, which then create more celestials, which create more solar systems, which is just the cycle of how it works in the MCU, I guess. It wasn't that he chose Earth. And celestials to breed, they need intelligent life. And so, yeah, the dinosaurs were taking too much space, is what he says. I think they were just like getting in the way of humanity evolving, which is why they sent the deviants to stop the dinosaurs from killing humans, which then turned out to backfire because the deviants started evolving. So I don't know, this seems kind of disingenuous as a way to talk about it, and very immature as a way to summarize the plot of the film. But okay.
So the big boy created basically the most generic looking alien creature monster that could possibly ever exist. And he sent them to Earth to clear out the dinosaurs so that human beings could be the apex predator, because he needs to harvest energy on the planet to create another big boy. But for some reason, the energy has to come from a smart species. I don't know why.
Jeb, do you want to tackle that point? Because I know you have a lot to say about it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So the reason why you want intelligent species is because they will naturally generate more energy, fast, less demanding, because a more intelligent species will be able to do more activities, be able to think more, be able to evolve itself more. So there's a lot more that goes into it. If you compare humans to, I don't know, chimpanzees, and you see what we do with the planet compared to what a chimpanzee could ever do, it's monumental, and that's just a 1% difference scientifically. So the reason why you want the most intelligent species to be the dominant life form to create an eternal is so that you will always meet that energy requirement, and it's not done in a super slow way, which disrupts the balance of the universe. Basically, it's all in a cycle.
Yes. Yeah, it's that, and it's just like, even if you know, there was no, even if like there wasn't a reason for why it needed to be intelligent life, there doesn't need to be. It's just how it is. You know, it's just like establishing this is what it needs to be, and it's fine. It's like some things you just take at face value unless they don't make sense. But this wouldn't not make sense because it's not contradicting anything. It's just information being established. So yeah. Did they mention in the film that Erisham wiped out the dinosaurs? Not like explicitly and specifically, but yeah, he did wipe out like the dinosaurs. He shows the example of like another planet where he wiped out like the dominant apex predators and they looked somewhat like dinosaurs, and he sent the deviants, and then he flashes forward to like billions of years where intelligent beings are alive, and the deviants start attacking humans, and it's like, oh, the deviants started evolving. So it's the same thing that has had to have happened to Earth, because otherwise there would be no deviants on Earth. So pretty much the fucking Erisham did wipe out dinosaurs, or maybe he means some other kind of like apex predators, but I think dinosaurs would be the main one, right? That would be like ruling Earth. So yeah. Yeah, why does it matter if they don't explain why it has to be intelligent species? That sounds like reaching super far to make something make less sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't, even if you don't take what Jeb said into account, it's like it's fine. But with what Jeb said, it makes it even worse. A case for YMS for making this point. It's really reaching to find bad things in the film.
Anyway, apparently he's stupid because the alien creatures that he sent down there started killing humans now.
He's not stupid. His design was faulty, and that can happen when you're creating a species for the first time, when you're like I'm sorry, if he created the species and sent it throughout billions of planets, and it started evolving, which is not something he could have accounted for, considering it would be like in the beginning of the universe, or even then he didn't expect them to be able to evolve out of being killed by these other predators. It's like, it can happen. I don't think it's stupid. Like humans have made like a lot of stupid decisions that have led to shit like that, where we just can't control. And it's like, there's a lot of science fiction is based on that. For example, with creating AI, where it gets out of control with how it's a self-evolving AI. For example, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in season 4 with Ada, the problem was that she evolved so much that she was circumventing her main directive in a way by well, she's trying to circumvent it until she found a way. It's just like that's the fear that people have, that your creation may go beyond your own control, which is what happened by these Celestials pretty much with the Deviants.
Yes, which is actually something theoretical right now with AI that's able to translate its own code, rewrite it, compile it, and put it back into the translator to basically rewrite it itself. And haven't watched the Eternals, but what defines intelligence here? Literally every species has some of intelligence. How would I give a good definition? Intelligence is how well you understand concepts. It could do certain things. So, like, to probably give an obvious example, again, take a chimpanzee. The most it could do in terms of its brain function is use basic tools. It could either play chess somewhat. It's got the level of a human toddler, whereas we can obviously do quantum mechanics, or starting to. We could build literal pieces of technology using things with nanometers, and no other species can obviously do that.
Mm.
That's kind of what we mean. It's the capabilities of a species.
Yep. Also, what Dominic said here, pretty much Jurassic Park, it's really hard to control animals, people with free will, and that's pretty much the case. Yeah, with Jurassic Park, the dinosaurs, they were, especially T-Rex, he was smarter than they predicted he will be. I think because they mixed his DNA with something else, or that may have been Jurassic World actually with the Indominus Rex, where it had like it could hide its skin, it could detect where the fucking chip it was inside it. Yeah, so that's kind of the point. It's like they couldn't control it because of how smart it was, which was unexpected for them. And in Jurassic Park, it's kind of the same principle, though without the adding more genes. It's like the T-Rex. These dinosaurs they're smarter, and they're very strong, and it's hard to control them, and they kind of just end up ruling the island as they fly away. But it's modern humans, right? So when they wanted humans to flourish thousands of years ago in the movie, did they predict it would evolve to be as smart as we are currently? Well, yeah, they noticed that 7,000 years ago, humans were already the most intelligent beings on Earth, and they wanted to get them faster. You can detect these things like in millennia ago from our planet, how humans were already like the smartest, like 2,000 years 2000 BC. You can definitely tell that, like in the with how like human relations already happened, shit like that. It's like you can already understand how humans were the most evolved by then, and it's just the point of getting them to a point where there's enough population and they're evolved enough intelligently so that the Celestial can so that Tiamat can feed on them, I guess.
And I want to add as well, humans, ever since we kind of first came about, is what we define a human. Which chimpanzees, monkeys, and that, they're kind of approaching there, but still not for a long time. You could already tell that we were capable of things no other species could do, and we had features that would allow us to survive. The famous, I think it's ecologist, said the way to show an intelligent species that's pretty much evolved to be dominant is if it can survive like a broken leg or something. And once we were able to do that, we kind of flew off. And then obviously we began starting our own languages. We started doing math. So yeah, modern humans are a lot more advanced than what most 2,000 years ago, but you can still track the signs of why we evolved the way we did, and how you were able to tell we were the smartest.
Yep, and especially if they've done this with other planets, as the film has said, they would be able to spot the patterns to understand how each species is like the dominant one. So, even if we don't understand how it works, it will make sense for Arishem to understand how it did. Alrighty.
He's like, oops, I forgot that things evolve sometimes. I should also
That's Okay, that's very disingenuous to say. It's not that he forgot things evolve sometimes. It's that he didn't expect the other predators to not be able to kill them in the time they did end up evolving. And yeah, this kind of thing happens, as I said, like just letting our creations run, because they evolve too fast. Determinants comes about from shared intentionality and group selection that puts us ahead of other species.
Dominance comes about from shared internet. That's far too simplistic. There's more nuance than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems to be. Yeah, I think there'd be a lot more that goes into it, but my intelligence about human history and biology comes from high school classes that I was half asleep during them, so I'm not the best to talk about in terms of this.
I mean, to showcase what would put you ahead of other species, again, why do I keep having to reference chimpanzees in there? They have literal tribes, and they have their own function. Most animals actually have their a form of a tribe, and they'll work with one another in that small tribe. If you mean on a species wide, then even then that's false because of human history of war.
Yeah, and as we know, war also helps us evolve.
Yeah,
So it's not really just us working together makes us evolve faster. So
Mention that the alien creatures are called deviants. So throughout the film, they're like, "Oh no, deviants! We gotta stop that deviants." So because Big Boy's also
okay. Wait, what's the issue with them being called deviants? I'm. Okay, what? Okay, hold on.
I don't know why. Anyway, apparently he's stupid because the alien creatures that he sent down there started killing humans now. He's like, oops, I forgot that things evolve sometimes. I should also mention that the alien creatures are called deviants. So throughout the film, they're like, oh no, deviants. We gotta stop that deviants. So because...
Okay, what's that point? It's like, yeah, they're called deviants. What? You're just saying things. It's like, yes, this is indeed in the film. Let's make it sound silly by repeating it a few times. But that's not a point. It's like, yeah, they're called deviants. When Erisham created these beings, they probably weren't called deviants. But because they deviated from what he intended from the original design, because they evolved, he's created the name deviants to fit that. It's pretty simple. Also, being called deviants inherently inside your mind creates a subconscious association that is better for the Eternals. Should be like to have some sort of prejudice against them, which is the point that Erisham wants to make, because he doesn't want them to have empathy for these beings, because he just wants them to be dead to achieve the final goal of awakening Tiamat. So that's fine. Fuck's sake.
Big Boy's also very stupid. He created the Eternals, and they're just some regular looking people, but they have superpowers and they can't age or evolve. And because they can't evolve, that means that they're not gonna kill humans, I guess. And the big...
What?
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 His issue is that they look like humans and that they don't age.
I don't understand.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's play this again. Okay.
superpowers and they can't age or evolve. And because they can't evolve, that means that they're not gonna kill humans, I guess. And
But, that's not... What? No, they have consciousness. Conscience. They have conscience. And that's why Erisham think and those are not going to kill humans, because they were built with the sole purpose of protecting humans and made them relate to humans in a way that would protect them. It's not like they're going to go rogue and start murdering humans. The only reason Icarus does is because of having that free will and that kind of empathetic capability. He related to Erisham more than humans because he thinks his only purpose is to exist for Erisham. So, like, that's the only reason he went against it. And it's all based on, like, empathy, even, because, like, Kingo, for example, he doesn't want to... He wants to side with Icarus because he knows that preventing billions of lives from being created is not a good thing. But also, he's also empathetic enough to not fight his own family, people he cares about. So like all he did was create them with empathy, which means like, yeah, you protect this earth. And the only person he talked about in terms of the actual plan was Zajac, and so that she could, lead them in a way where they never forgot their mission. But to tell the others would mean like hurting hurting them from understanding that they are, for making them understand that they are like fabricated, and not just beings from the planet Olympia, which would have hurt his end goal. So I don't understand. Why is this a problem? I'm so confused.
I really hate this binary outlook on the philosophical aspect of life, because it's like if you train someone, raise someone, make someone under this one exact goal for all their life, that's all their memories. Naturally, that's all they're going to believe in. In a way, is how religion works, not to that extreme, but they follow one pathway their entire life, so they govern things around that pathway. They make choices out of that pathway. So they're not going to kill the humans because there is nothing beneficial from all their principles and their beliefs. They're actually contradicting.
Yeah, what you said there really reminds me of the stupid fucking criticisms about the Midnight Mass finale, that I think people just see this struggle of understanding like empathy within humans and their own I guess the history of their lives, and how it's not just that binary, and you have to try to understand it from like all their experiences and their families and how they're shaped around everything that happened. It's not just like, oh yeah, all these people, they would not want to die, therefore they them accepting death at their last moments is out of character. It's fucking stupid fucking criticism. The same thing here. It's like, it's not that binary. You need to understand that I guess human emotions are way deeper than that. So yeah.
Also, I want to tackle, I don't mean to say it's the only fact, but our ability to cooperate as a group is a big part of where we are. Something that most species like chimpanzees lack. No, not really. I think I'm getting what you're saying, but again, the issue is species like chimpanzees, and then what about species like, there's a species of fish that are hundreds upon hundreds of them all work together, and that's literally the only way they survive. What is actually our reason for us thriving is the Neolithic era, where we had agriculture and where we increased in our mind in terms of brain size. We had bipedalism as an evolutionary trait, which helped us greatly. And there was something else. Our sexual organs, at least between males and females, became more distinct and more quote unquote effective for natural reproduction, at least. And this allowed our evolutionary growth. It's mainly the brain size that allowed us to work out everything we have. So it's not just we had tribes of, or we had a collective community all work together. Humans are actually one of the most divided species, despite being able to be the most advanced. And part of it is because we're so intelligent. There's too many different beliefs.
I agree. No, Marcus, characters wanting to die is bad writing. They didn't hide under trees. That's ridiculous. That is true. The trees were not on fire. That is 100% true.
Yeah, just try the old icebox.
Good old icebox.
And the big boy likes the Eternals to be very diverse. There's a deaf one, and there's a child, and
Wow, why even YMS is mentioning the diversity? That's funny. Yes, he wants them to be diverse so they can relate to humans more easily, and they can understand different cultures and different well, I guess just different cultures, and I guess relate more to different people, so that they can help them evolve more easily. Because, for example, someone who isn't deaf is going to have a harder time helping someone who is deaf than someone who is actually deaf. And so, having these people look the way they do, and having very vastly different personalities helps, and in helps in making them help humans evolve, I guess.
It makes sense that she's deaf because of her powers.
Oh yeah, also that, yeah. Which we mentioned.
If she wasn't deaf, then her eardrums would basically shatter. If I got it right.
Pretty much.
We'd have that scene from The Boys season 2 where the Daredevil character is just bleeding out of his ears from Homelander fucking punching his head.
That's hilarious.
So either have them already without hearing, or have them have hearing and go through immense pain when they first super speed.
Yeah. Which this wouldn't have been the first time she had super speed anyway, because she's been on other missions, so yeah.
Like I mean, like either have them be without hearing and just be fine, or have them be with hearing and then fucking have their ears bleed the first time they try it.
It would be pretty funny. She'd just have the first R-rated scene in the MCU, is just she goes to run and then her eardrums fucking blow and she just falls on the ground in pain, screaming in pain as her ears start bleeding. That would be funny. I'm glad we all agree. Yeah, it would be hilarious.
There's a big black gay man. And despite creating the Eternals, the big boy lies to them and is like, okay, your mission is just to wipe out the deviants, and that's it. And then you can go home after, and nothing bad will happen to the humans. But later in the film, it's like, oh no, humans are being used for energy, and when the big boy gets birthed out of the planet, the other one that they're making that they need the energy for, then the planet explodes and they all die. And so herein lies...
You can just recap and make it sounding silly, but yes, that is what happened, and nothing you said is inherently ridiculous or poor writing. This is the same as fucking Cosmonaut, where it's just he recaps the plot by having a silly voice, and it's like, yes, this is bad because silly voice. Well done.
Is the conflict where some of the Eternals are like, but they're my friends. Like, you created them. You could have just been honest with them from the beginning instead.
Yeah, because that went really well with being honest with them. And like, if you are honest, and they do, there's so much we don't know, because like to have some beings that are that intelligent that want to their purpose is to make humans evolve. If you just tell them, oh, they're all gonna be wiped out eventually, they're gonna grow cynical and stop wanting to help humans. And even then, Ajax, who did know about that, she grew fond of the humans and she wanted to protect them. Whereas Icarus went the opposite way, where after he learned, he grew cynical and he realized, like, he was like, oh yeah, humans, they hurt each other and they hate each other, and it's like he was becoming cynical. So imagine after this, in the next planet, do you think Icarus would actually want to help the other species grow and evolve? It's like, if you want them to want these people to evolve as much as they do, then what you do is you have them empathize with them. That makes it go faster, rather than just having like, oh, this is all going to be pointless anyway because they're all going to die, so why should I care? This is all going to happen naturally anyway, so shouldn't even get involved.
Yeah, I hate this criticism, because it's also like, why do that when it's actually more effective to just keep a lie that, from your perspective, they can never find out.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make sense to me. It's basically the argument, they didn't do it the way I wanted them to do it. Enough about how should suggest that he's an honest individual, rather he values the higher purpose over anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't care about ethics.
Pretty much. Why did YMS also mention that Fastos is black and gay? Well, his point was that the characters are very diverse, which he didn't specify that it was a criticism, but it sounds like he's criticizing it. But we already tackled like why being diverse is a good thing for the Eternals to be, so either way it doesn't matter. But it doesn't sound like YMS should criticize characters being diverse in a film, so I don't know why he would mention it, so I'm just confused, honestly.
I think it was because, in the sense that Makari is deaf, which is not only something prejudice, it's obviously a hindrance. Being black and gay is homophobia, racism.
Oh, so it's the Frankie point where he was like, oh, why did he make black people? Does he not know that racism exists? 7,000 years ago? Mm-hmm. Good point, Fringy.
Also, to be fair, at least he didn't. At least for King. At least for. Yeah, it was Gilgamesh where I said play by Korean, and then
Oh,
pause
yeah.
for dramatic effect.
Oh yes.
It's
Well, if YMS doesn't say that the cinematography is this video is just entirely worthless, honestly.
it's interesting on the racism point that people like Fringy say that, because if the Eternals survived for the human evolution started in Africa, where obviously it's hottest, so they got darker skin tones and ethnicities.
Mhm.
So it's quite funny to think that they expect Arab to not only know what racism is, but to expect them to expand out of Africa and be like, yo, we hate ourselves now. Let's
Yeah.
kill.
So stupid.
Instead of them emotionally attached and not understanding that this would happen until like a day before it's gonna happen or something. So they spend like half the movie being like, "Oh, Hiroshima, we weren't supposed to stop that, so we didn't. We can only."
Okay. Yes,
Well,
they
and
weren't supposed to stop that, so they didn't. But then you're skipping the part that's actually important. The fact they didn't fundamentally hurts all these characters because they feel like pieces of shit for not stopping like the biggest event, the biggest like I guess genocide. Well, genocide would be like killing an entire species, right? But you know, killing a bunch of people. As we see fucking Fastos being like, bruh, the fuck did I do? I should not have left them advance.
He full on says they're not worth saving or something.
Yeah, he does.
Like-
Indeed.
Yeah.
Quite interesting. How could they stop Hiroshima? Well, I mean, yeah, I mean they wouldn't have the foresight to stop it. Actually, that's also a good point.
Like-
Though I think the point would be like they could just stop the war as a whole, but they wouldn't, as we learned. So yeah.
Intervene if the deviants are trying to kill humans. It's fine if they kill each other.
Yeah, it's fine if they kill each other, and you're forgetting why they say it's fine, which is something that absolutely makes sense, which is the fact that war breeds technological advancement, which breeds population growth and intelligence being developed.
It's time for a history lesson to actually prove this. So, World War II, there was a great need for technology. There was some advancements with Ada Lovelace, flowers and that just prior World War II. But it really took place during then when the first computer was being made. The first programmable computer was being made by especially Alan Turing. And due to the big boom then, technology advanced to literally the way it is today. And UK actually would have been the forefront of it if they didn't get rid of the computers they made to crack the ciphers. So, yeah, when it comes to war, technological advancements are made, which is then distributed to society for a new war to start, for a new progression.
Yeah.
It's quite.
I mean,
it's
we
quite
have
a
something
sound.
because you know it's not exactly like a world war, but as in like actual battles being fought and shit like that. But you know, the Cold War, it was there was this constant fear of the entire world ending because like the this fucking the Russia and US nuking each other. But that was the point in human history where it had the most technological advancement in like ever in a very fast amount of time, which a lot of that came due to, for example, Nazi scientists working for NASA. That was a big part of it. These scientists who were working under the Nazi regime being hired by the U.S. and Russia so they could win the arms race. So all of that, for example, that's a result of the World War II, and just the Cold War itself is like, yeah, it is a war that, it is a conflict no matter what way you view it, and they could have stopped it, the Eternals, but that was like the technological advancements during that era was insane, and that's why they would never stop it. So
I mean, as soon as US saw Russia go to space, they're like, fuck it, we're going to the moon.
Yep. Pretty much, yeah. So all that comes from like wanting to win and wanting to hold more power, just like a human um a human goal to, be very powerful, and so they wanted to be more powerful than Russia, and therefore, arms race. So it is, war does help in technological advancement, which also does help, like Festo says, for developing better like medicine and healthcare, pretty much, which means that humans in population would grow, which is exactly what Tiamat wants. So yeah, it does make sense to not interfere in wars, which is something Arishem would know by that point, considering how many planets he's been doing this on. So yeah.
They say that every time there's war, the human population grows. The governments spend a lot of money and they get really angry because they're killing each other, and they make medical breakthroughs, and then the population grows later. We just gotta let human beings nuke each other because that increases their population. Don't you understand? Nothing could...
Again, you're recapping something, making it sound silly. It's not. It makes sense.
I mean, actually, here's an interesting thing that also people just don't consider. If you put someone in a crisis, well, if you put the planet in a crisis, such as World War II, a lot of people kept reproducing. Now, whilst the conditions were hard, it was just so they could ensure the survival of the species. I mean, I can actually send this graph. From 1930, the population started declining to 1942, where it reached 12. But as soon as you go past 1942, which is bang in the middle of the war, you get a sudden increase. And then you have the Cold War and all the other wars, and you're still getting these increases. So, and this is growth population per year, by the way. So the population was always growing, but the rate it grows at just skyrocketed from 1942. So, shockingly, when you breed catastrophe, the population growth increases, so there's more children to continue the bloodlines.
Indeed.
War just makes people horny.
Of course, yes. That is the ultimate takeaway, yeah.
The peak was in 1987 with 92.83 increase in global population.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Jesus.
Goddamn.
could possibly go wrong in that scenario. So most of the Eternals weren't aware that humans would be harvested for the big boy as they were allowing bombs to be dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But they allowed it to happen because those were the rules. Like, we were told
Yes.
to only intervene when there's a deviant doing something. But doesn't that conflict with, like, the entire conflict? Like,
It does, hence the conflict. Well done. You have successfully identified the conflict of the film. Characters who want to help but can't. Wow, you did it. Congratulations, YMS. Fucking hell. It's like, yeah, they see them grow, but as they humans grow as a species, they grow also, create more wars, which is kind of the thing where they're like, bro, we really want to intervene, but the rules say that we can't, and that's what hurts them. But they keep protecting humanity because they want you, be good people because they want to protect humans. And so even then, Druid does intervene, and he's just Ajax just allows him because yes, it's successful. That's nice. Okay.
Gonna say, did you do it again?
Well, yeah, it's been fun. I'm very excited. I'm very happy that my internet just decides to randomly die at certain points. That's pretty neat. Not really anything I can do about it. So fun. But yeah, I hope you guys heard my point. Basically, it's like, yes, YMS identified the conflict of the film, which.
I think Marcus died again.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yes, my
Yeah,
internet
so-
keeps dying. It's very fun. I'm very excited right now. There's I don't know why. It just randomly disconnects, and it's like I don't understand why. Like I'm connected through an Ethernet cable. It shouldn't, but okay.
I'm using my hotspot.
Well, I can't because my computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi drive because
Yeah.
it's a desktop, so you know. Hopefully we're fine though. If chat can let me know if we're back, that would be neat. But hold on, because I think chat on screen is disconnected, so I'm gonna reload it. Also, I just realized I gotta take off this filter that I put on chat. Yeah, now it's gonna look better. Yes, chat is back. Well, on stream at least it is back because Jeb sent the message. Wait, why did you retract the message? How dare you? You got
It was a wrong link.
I saw that link. It was, yeah, not the right link.
Oh, okay. I hate ECUM. Well, I hate you choose CJ Productions, don't worry.
Kill yourself, you failed abortion.
There we are with the correct link. Okay. Hopefully we're fine now. So yes, let us keep going with this video.
Like, in order for the entire conflict of the movie to happen, they have to have some sort of moral conscience where they decide that they don't want humans to die. But it just didn't happen until the current year, I guess.
It has happened before, as you outlined, by them not wanting, wanting to save people but not being able to. As you know, the scene you showed where fucking Fastos was crying and being like, "Yo, I don't, this nuke was not a good thing." Hot take. But yeah, whatever. That's ignoring what the film is saying. That's pretty fun. Thanks, YMS.
They also acknowledge the Thanos snap and say that because it happened that the big boy birth was delayed. So
Yeah, obviously.
why didn't the big boy tell them to stop Thanos? Because
So, Big Boy would need to know that Thanos had arrived on Earth. How would he... I address this every fucking stream, but alright. How would you know? Ajax would tell him. Would Ajax know that it was Thanos that arrived on Earth? Not really. Well, yeah, not really. He doesn't even show his face until he's on Wakanda, which she wouldn't know. She'd just see the children of Thanos, which she wouldn't know who they are. She would just know that a big ass spaceship showed up and 2 people got out of it, and then the spaceship flew away. So yeah, even then, yeah, because every other stream I've been thinking like, oh yeah, no, she wouldn't do it because whatever reason, but she didn't even know that it was Thanos. She couldn't know that Thanos had arrived on Earth until Thanos had already won. So
And even then, how the hell are we supposed to get to Wakanda?
oh yeah, which they wouldn't. The only people would be able to are Icarus and Makari, who one was in the ship, the other was hidden, so she wouldn't be able to find him in time. But yeah, Makari was in the ship, so I guess Ajax would go straight to her, which I guess if she takes a plane and it takes like 12 hours to get there, she's already fucked because Thanos already won because it took a day for Thanos to win. So yeah, that's wouldn't be able for them to win. So I guess they only learned about Thanos after Endgame, which makes sense, honestly. I guess at worst it can be like, why didn't they join the fight in Endgame? But it's also the kind of thing where they wouldn't know exactly, and to gather all of the Eternals to get there just wouldn't have happened in time, and they would have already won against Thanos by that point, because it's not a long fight either.
Because that actually delayed it. It's a very stupid plot, and it doesn't make any sense.
And I just explained how it does, so get fucked, bitch. Huh.
Oh, they also said it delays the awakening of the Eternals to the end. Whilst true in time it does, but in terms of the actual point in the cycle, it's basically going back.
Yeah,
certain
I think
percentage.
what Ajax meant by delaying... Yeah, because my internet is working fine whenever it's connected, but for some reason it just disconnects randomly. Point I was making was the emergence was delayed when you see it from the point of view of the snap just happened and it is irreversible from this point onwards, the emergence has been delayed because half the population has just disappeared. But in terms of when in time it happens, like Jab was saying, it's not delayed because they did reverse the snap. So yeah, that's it.
Doesn't make any sense. I was excited to see Christopher Abbott in this movie, and then I found out it was actually Kit Harington, and I was disappointed. The characters in this movie are boring and unspecial, and they just...
Okay, the structure in this video is interesting, but the characters are boring. That's subjective. I could not care less. Not special. I think it's my computer.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I mean, that's kind of the thing. I can't even restart my computer because of how shit it's been. I have to, like, manually hold the fucking turn off button. Hey, it's off again. Fuck, my internet keeps dying. I want to die.
I think that was 3 times in a row there.
Okay. Is it back? I think it's back. Okay. My internet keeps dying. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to get through both videos. So, you know, yay, I guess. Much fun. I'm very happy right now. Hold on, let me just reload chat on my left screen. I have no idea what point we were even talking about at this point because my internet is just not working.
Something about how the characters aren't special.
Oh yeah, I said that the characters are pretty unique and how like they're approaching this very existential kind of internal conflict, and each of them have their own perspectives and reasons to hold the views that they do, which I think is quite interesting. It's all due to like their relations with the rest of humanity and everything like that, which I think is pretty neat, honestly. Yeah. What video are you doing besides OMS? The Critical Drinkers video.
Oh.
Oh yeah, my internet died again. What the fuck is happening with my... Okay, I'm gonna try to restart my computer. So, stream's gonna end for a few minutes. I'm gonna try to restart my computer. If it doesn't work, it might just be the very short ECUM. So much I can do besides that. So, yeah. I'll be back soon-ish. So, yeah.